If someone fell asleep in the 90s and then woke up to see 2025's virtual goth world, you know what they would think? They would look at goth and think that it was too clean. Immaculate makeup, perfect nails, spotless black clothes. The modern day online version of goth, it's very polished, it's curated, almost to the point of being clinical. But back in the day, goth was messy. And it really wasn't for any particular reason other than you were too busy living in that moment to really care about being flawless. It wasn't about perfection. It was never about perfection. It was about being real. Those imperfections, they showed courage, they showed vulnerability. They meant that you were human, it showed that you were real. We all wanted connection. In our hearts, they reached out to each other. So we showed ourselves, we presented ourselves exactly as we were. Because our aesthetic, the way that we chose to present ourselves, it was our identity, but it wasn't our calling card. And to be clear, I don't point out that the goths back in the day were gritty or messier because they're in some way superior to the modern day goth. What I'm referring to is the online goth, what you see here, polished and curated on places like TikTok and Instagram. It's more to point out that who we were and what we stood for, our hearts were just in a much different place. In 2025, the online version of goth, you have people essentially selling themselves and they're polished and primed for competition. Every detail is curated to impress and stand out in a sea of performers. Back in the 80s, 90s, and even early 2000s, the focus was on something else entirely, and that was connection. Connecting with the music, connecting with the people, and connecting with the parts of yourself that just didn't seem to fit anywhere else. Oh, but here's the kicker. You have new goths that come in and they see this polished, perfected, curated version of goth that's being presented online, and they get so caught up in it. They put so much focus on the aesthetic and just getting it right, they just miss the point entirely. They miss out on the real life experiences, the music, the connections, the community, because they were misled to believe that their place, that their worth within this subculture is solely based on how they look, that they have to fit in perfectly to some physical search criteria. Wrong. And then they're forced to live under this unfair pressure with these insecurities that have been placed upon them by people who just want to rank and judge them, people who are not even part of the subculture in the first place, so they have no place to frickin' speak on it.